Hello Sagittarius, I am Poetic Heretic, and this is your November 2017 Tarot Forecast. Do remember you can use these videos for your Sun, Rising, and Moon signs. So this month we are again doing the week-by-week forecast, one card for each week, and then a fifth card summing up the energy of the whole month. So here we go. What does the universe have in store for Sagittarius in November 2017? And I know that for many of you, it will be your birthday this month, Sagittarius, so if it is, happy birthday. I hope that it goes really, really well for you and you get everything that you want. So how will your month of November be? Let us see. There it is. The first week, Strength reversed. The second week, the Queen of Pentacles reversed. The third week, the Moon. The fourth week, the Seven of Wands. And the fifth card summing up the energy of the whole month, the Magician reversed. Interesting, alright. And by the way, that fourth card is for the fourth week and the rest of the month as well. So let's take a look here overall first of all. You could be facing some interesting challenges this month, but with a reconnection with your intellect and your belief in yourself, they are definitely challenges that you can perhaps easily overcome, but that you can overcome nonetheless. So let's take a look here. The first week, Strength reversed. This may be a time where you're struggling to believe in yourself fully, where you might also be feeling fatigued, tired, disinterested, even a sense of apathy and things like that. You might be antagonistic towards ideas of extroversion and seeing that as like superficial and stuff like that. What you really want to do at a time like this is go within yourself and find out why, if you're not fully believing in yourself, why that is, and reconnect with yourself in a deep enough way that you can then believe in yourself again. Like, find out why you're not believing in yourself and realize how ultimately that doesn't make any sense. Like, of course you should believe in yourself. Why shouldn't you? So do that. And let's see, the Strength card is also this idea of like taming the wild beast, but the wild beast wants to be tamed. And so, like, if you're struggling with anger or anything like that, this card is more or less advising you to learn how to channel that anger into a more positive energy. Like, channel it into aggression and use that aggression positively, because aggression doesn't necessarily mean anger. Aggression is like your will to act, your will to do things, to take action. And that's just like you, Sagittarius. You're a fire sign. You take action, you get right on things. So I know that this is something that you can do, and you can do it really, really well. And typically you do it really, really well. So focus on that. You know, this card is ruled by one of your fellow fire signs, Leo. So focus on that energy. Be bold like a Leo, and tame the wild beast within you. Tame your anger or whatever, and realize that there are better ways to sort of channel that. There there is a certain strength, a certain belief in yourself that is found in that, essentially, that you can then use to be like the catalyst for action, for taking action towards whatever it is that you want to take action on, towards whatever it is that is your destiny that you're here to do. So that's what I would say for the first week there. You know, embrace the inner transformation that that card encourages you towards. Then when we look at the Magician reversed down here, tying it in there, look, they both have the infinity symbol above their heads. So literally it's like the cards are saying that infinity is within your reach. It is within your reach. All you have to do is realize it. And even with strength being an 8, the number 8 looks like the infinity symbol as well. And so it's there for the taking. You just have to realize it. For the second week, you have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. This could even manifest as a person, with it being a court card. This would be like an adult female earth sign. You know, sometimes it could even be a man, but for general readings, we'll say usually a woman, but sometimes a man. And this would be someone that could be causing you trouble in her reversal here. This might even be someone who is like preventing you from believing in yourself, or trying to prevent you from believing in yourself. So yeah, adult female earth sign, that's Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, who might be like excuse me, hindering you, or like trying to block you in some way, and trying to prevent you from believing in yourself. So don't let that happen if that's the case. If this doesn't manifest as a person, then we're looking at the idea of difficulties around money and finance, and also feeling worried about being safe and secure. You might be concerned about your safety and security this month, and you know that could be making you feel like you want to back down a bit, and maybe in some cases you do, but you never want to stay there. Remember, you're meant to be strong, and you're meant to overcome challenges. You're meant to win. You're meant to prosper. So keep that in mind, and you might even be able to sort of turn this whole situation around. For the third week, speaking of being worried about your safety and security, we have the Moon card. And immediately following that, this tells me that you might be worried about people doing and saying things behind your back, the idea of hidden enemies and stuff like that. Worried that you can't trust people, and that there's unscrupulous activity going on in the shadows. Sometimes it is real. There actually is something to worry about that people are doing. Other times it is imagined. It is paranoia. It is all just an illusion. The Moon card is huge on the idea of illusion, with its associations with the planet Neptune, you know, nebulous Neptune, and the sign of Pisces, which is a very subjective and sort of illusion-oriented sign. Now, the Moon card is not always negative, but I'm just going over these interpretations first, considering that they might tie in with what we've already seen. So yes, you might be worried about hidden enemies and stuff like that, things going on in the shadows, and even the idea of vampirism, vampires, psychic vampires, people that drain your energy when you're around them. So if you're noticing that you're around someone who seems to drain your energy, or you notice yourself feeling drained physically of energy after spending time around someone, that person could be inadvertently or intentionally a psychic vampire to you, and they could be sort of vampirizing your energy. So you'll want to cut your ties with that person as much as possible. You'll want to get away from that person if possible. If you're finding that happening to you, you'll want to get away from them completely. And if not, if you can't really do that at this time, then you at least want to minimize your exposure to them as much as you possibly can. And really try to be protective of your own energy, and don't let things stress you out too much. Don't let things worry you too much. Try to stay in a very peaceful, calm state so that your natural energy can flow. And so even if someone is trying to take it, the idea is you want to get to a point where you'll have so much that they'll have little to no effect on you if you do still have to be around them for whatever reason. So, relax, be at ease, don't let things stress you out, and that will help you out. And on that note, the Moon card does indeed talk about that as well in a more positive sense. It talks about a sort of serenity and peace and calmness and stuff like that. Other positive meanings are creativity and the imagination, all the positive aspects of the subjective realms. The imagination is huge with this card, and it's a very positive thing indeed. So that could even be a solution to some of the more challenging aspects that we see in this reading. Like if you're finding yourself feeling challenged this month by these things, use your imagination to come up with a way that improves things, to come up with a solution. That is what I would advise, and that's what the Moon card is advising. This can also indicate a time of spirituality, and even the idea of rites and ceremonies and stuff like that. Interestingly enough, I do believe I heard that it's going to be in the third week this month that we have a new moon. So interesting that you guys got the Moon card for the week of the new moon, which I just read Libra earlier, and they got the Moon card for the first week, the week of the full moon. So that's interesting. It's almost like you guys are maybe reflecting each other in some way or something like that. Anyway, the new moon, of course, talks about the beginning of a new cycle. It's when the energy begins to build again, build towards something new. So, and from what I see coming up here, it looks like you're very much going to be up to any kind of challenge that might come your way. You're definitely getting back on your feet. So it's like, whatever all of this is, let it wind down and know that you are going to be back on your feet and ready to go, ready to fight, ready to accept the challenge, ready for combat in no time. So that's what we have there. Let's see. I know I'm spending forever on this card, but it's such a dynamic card and has many implications. The only other thing really that comes to mind, though, is the idea of the supernatural, the paranormal realms, things like that, unexplained phenomena and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't really think that's likely to be experienced by many of you given the context here, but I'm just throwing it out there as another possibility. So that is what we have there. And just, again, this idea of illusions and paranoia, confusion, illusion, stuff like that. So, be wary of all that. For the fourth week and the rest of the month, you have the Seven of Wands. So here you are now, again, standing your ground. You're ready for the challenge. More specifically, this could have you feeling like you have to defend your position on something, especially a an issue that is really important to you in a moral sense, or something very close to your heart. This could be you standing your ground and defending yourself, and sort of telling people, this is how it's got to be. You might be under attack, but you're not backing down. You've found your strength by this point, and you're not putting up with anyone's crap, basically. Let's see what else could be said here. This could even manifest as like a desire to be recognized for what you've done, recognized for what you've done for other people, the action that you've taken. You don't want to be like overlooked and exploited anymore or anything like that. You're like standing up for yourself basically, and saying that you demand recognition for all that you have put into the situation, all that you have done, and you're not taking no for an answer. And why should you? So that's what we're seeing in the fourth week. And I know that might sound a bit stressful, but really that's a very positive thing, standing up for yourself. I believe that's my interpretation of that card anyway. I think it's great. Now for the fifth card, summing up the whole month, you have the Magician reversed. This can talk about difficult tests and challenges, as we've already gone over. This can talk about feeling like you might not have what it takes, like you might not be good enough, which of course is total crap. You are good enough. Feeling like you might not have the things that you need in your life to facilitate the creation of what you want. But the lesson of this card is not to accept that as your reality. The Magician is all about recreating one's reality as you see fit. You have the potential this month, this card is saying, to take everything that you're experiencing and recreate it into a better world, a better life, a better situation for yourself. You have the ability to begin again. The Magician is card 1 of the major arcana. It's about a new beginning, as we kind of went over with that idea of the new moon and stuff like that. You have the ability to begin again and to start a new phase of life. And so if that's what you feel you need to do, then that's what you need to do. I would say, especially with the moon card showing up here as well, you want to trust your intuition this month. And the strength card, let's not forget that either. You want to trust what comes from within this month, that inner faith and belief in yourself. Let's see here, is there anything else? Well, the Magician is a very intellectual sign, or not intellectual sign, but intellectual card. I'm thinking of the astrology of it. I guess this card is basically Mercury in Aries, so an intellectual planet, Mercury in Aries, a fire sign. So just like you, it's another fellow fire sign, Sagittarius. So that's interesting. We have Leo, we have Aries, and you are Sagittarius. We've got the 3 fire signs sort of activated here. But anyway, so yes, it's the idea of using your intellect, like Mercury talks about, to overcome a situation, or really to create or recreate whatever you're wanting to create or recreate. Stuff like that, the Magician, he can make things happen. He can make magic happen, stuff like that. So that looks like it's about it. All you have to do is go within yourself and rise up and be the powerful, creative being that you are, and face that challenge, stand your ground, and overcome. And I am sure that you will do a magnificent job. This has been a tarot forecast for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of November 2017 from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.